Well, hello and welcome to Sports by Compion. My name, of course, is your host, Stephen Compion, and I'm here with another episode of Pick'ems. That's right, people. We're back. We're amongst you again, giving you sage wisdom and vague sports information. And for that vague information, I bring in my co-host, the man who knows about the stuff, a man who went 100% perfect with his picks last week. So that's why, folks, we
Right.
really got to tune into what Corey, motherfucking Compion, the sea dweller himself, has to say. Hello, Corey.
That's right. You see, the big clutch part of that is the Cowboys one, because usually I sabotage myself by just believing too hard.
I mean, it was the Giants, so they had to.
We're on a two-game winning streak. We're clawing
That's
our
right.
way back up from the bottom of the sea. It's going to be great.
That's right. That's right. It's a whole thing, guys, and we're gonna hop right into it. Week 14 of the NFL is coming to us today as we record this episode. The Lions and the Packers are gonna go to battle. NFC North battle, dude. Listen,
It is the day of Thor.
um, this is an interesting game. You know, tough fights been going on in the NFC North right now. The Packers need this to have any chance of the division. And also they need it to kind of stay in the playoff race, you know, because it's kind of crazy. Like it's been a wild playoff race so far. So yeah, huge game. They're going to Detroit though. Detroit handled them last time and then kind of messed it up and let them get back into the game. I don't know. Could go either way. NFC North matchup. It is a second one. Packers have been losing a lot to these Lions. You know they're going to be frisky. You know they're going to want to fight for this one. Still taking the Lions, Corey. Motor City Dan Campbell.
Same. I think it's awesome that, even though these guys are professionals playing with, they're getting paid $1 billion to be, this good at this sport, and you tell them, hey, buddy, today, go out there and do your best every game, they still bring that extra, 110% when they're playing a division rival.
Yeah.
Because it really is, divisional games it's a coin flip pretty much every time. It could
Yeah.
be a worse team against a dominant team, and they'll still get wrecked against a divisional rival. And I love that about football, but also am going to go with the Lions.
Agreed. Agreed. Well, they're just too powerful right now. They're firing on all cylinders. Sorry, Taylor. We love you anyway.
They're
Moving on.
apparently real banged up though. Lots of
Yeah.
injuries.
Lots of injuries. We'll
They'll be
see.
okay
We'll
though.
see.
I believe. I
I wouldn't
believe.
be surprised if the Packers pull this off, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, another division rivalry, Corey. We got two kind of bottom of the barrel teams in the NFL. The AFC South goes to battle as Jacksonville travels to Tennessee. Will Levis looking decent. Trevor Lawrence is out. So we got Mac Jones for this. So battle of some quarterbacks looking for some redemption. Will Levis has not had a good second season. Mac Jones is obviously on his second team. Who will prevail, Corey?
Is Trevor Lawrence back from that concussion?
Nope. He's going to be out 4 or 5 games and probably the whole season, if I had to guess.
Okay, so Will Levis against Mac Jones. Okay, so I had picked Jacksonville for this just because I was like, no, Jacksonville's a team. They're going to be okay. Now I'm less sure. But I do
I don't
still
know if
have
I have any
Jacksonville going.
confidence in Jacksonville, dude. Like Tennessee pulls off a crazy win every once in a while. Jacksonville's looked dead in the water pretty much most of this year.
It was mostly like they were losing games because of drops, and now they have no quarter. Well, that's not that they have no quarterback. We don't know what Mac Jones is going to do, but you
Yeah, he
also
hasn't
kind
looked
of got to
great.
you
He
kind
hasn't
of got
looked
to
great.
believe in the harnessing of the backup. Is this his first showing?
No, he's had a couple games already this year because Trevor's been out with injuries earlier and he didn't do much.
All
That's
right,
why I
fair
have
enough.
no. That's why I
Tennessee
have
it
no
is.
confidence. Tennessee, man, I'm telling you, we believe in Captain Mayo, Corey.
Captain Mayo will do some stuff. We'll get a good
Captain
meme out
Mayo,
of
dude.
it. It'll be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. All right, Jets are going to the Dolphins. AFC East matchup, Corey. Both these teams potentially out of the playoff race already, kind of just playing for supremacy and such. The Dolphins seem like the much better team. You know, the Jets do turn it on occasionally, but so far they're just losing, man. They're just losing. There's no other way to
If
put it. They're
if
just
this
losing.
was up here in Jersey, I would say the Jets. But since it's down in Miami, the Miami Dolphins are back in their temperature controlled environment. They're good against bad teams, less good against good teams, but they're good against bad teams. I think this is an easy pick for Miami.
Agreed. And most of the audience agrees with us as well, as you can see at 93% for the Dolphins. So we'll roll with that. Moving on, we got this is a big one. Falcons travel to Minnesota. Now, the reason this is a big one is obviously the implications for the playoffs. We got both these teams going for potentially, the Vikings are very much still in the position to win the NFC North. Falcons are on a 3-game skid now, if I'm not mistaken. So they are struggling. The Bucks are hot on their heels. I absolutely hope Minnesota can take care of business at home, and the Bucks can become the number 1 team in the NFC South after we take care of business as well on Sunday. And that's what I think will happen, Corey. I think these Vikings will find the way at home to get this done. Sam Darnold's looking great. Kirk Cousins, revenge game though, hasn't looked good. Had a really, really bad game last week. Does he get it back on track against his old team? Get crazy.
I think Minnesota's just going to keep nibbling people out. They're just going to, just so slightly edge people out. And I think Minnesota's got this one. I think that division is just too dangerous. I don't think the Falcons.
There's going to be 3 NFC North teams in the playoffs. It's going to be wild.
Yeah, I don't think the Falcons are going to fix their wagon this particular game.
Nope.
I think their wagon is continuing to skid.
Which would be crazy for the Bucks to be in first in the division after like a 4-game skid. But, that's how it goes in the NFC South. Moving on. Let's not count our eggs before we have them, Corey. All right, we got the Saints traveling over to New Jersey. The Giants are an absolute mess. If it's not Tony DeVito, it's Drew Lock. But, Drew Lock had some nice scrambles. I wouldn't say it's like totally his fault. But overall, they're a mess. They don't have anybody. Nobody believes in anything. Brian Daboll's
believes in anything.
Brian Daboll's about to get fired.
But who's even on the Saints? Like, they're a bunch of same thing. They're a bunch of
Taysom Hill did just go down, but they do have Carr. That is their starting quarterback.
Is Carr back?
Carr's back. Taysom Hill's not. Taysom Hill's out. I did just hear from friend of the show Zachary that multiple Saints are all injured as well. So there's not a lot for Carr to throw to, but he could just throw to Alvin Kamara. That he's still healthy.
Does Kamara's he have Olave? Is Olave?
Olave's out. Olave's out. Oh yeah, that's too much to ask.
I had the Giants on this just because I feel like the Giants are going to pull some bullshit. Whenever you dig deep in the roster, once you've released a bunch of dudes, you fucking fired a bunch of dudes, they're going to, the guys that are just really need. I
think I just picked up Marquez Scantling Van Les, and I think he's playing. And he's been
make it in the NFL. This is the team you get on, and this is where you kind of make a game happen. But with Derek Carr back, I think I trust Derek Carr to beat an already dead Giants horse.
Yeah, and Marquez Vantez Scantling. I'm sorry, I cannot fucking pronounce this guy's name. He has been semi-hot the last 3 weeks, so he could always throw the ball to him. Be great. We'll take the Saints, dude. Saints going to Giants.
I'm changing my pick. I'm going Saints. I was Giants. I'm going Saints now.
Yeah, they're kind of a mess over there with the Giants. Philly's hosting Carolina. The frisky, the fiery, the feisty,
dude.
Fucking Carolina Panthers. They are scary, dude. They are fucking taking teams down to the wire. You better be ready for a fight.
Everyone counted them out, and they're like, "Nah, but really, we're not into it. We're gonna fight about it."
Bryce Young's looking good, man. The team's rallying around him. Adam Thielen's out there making acrobatic catches. I don't think it's gonna be enough, though. These Eagles just took down Baltimore.
Wrong. If I was wrong and
I'd be happy.
Game, I would love that.
That'd be hilarious. I would be okay with that too, even though it puts yeah, no, I'd be fine with that. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Barkley's been great.
It's not gonna happen.
This Eagles defense is for real. They just shut down Lamar Jackson. I think they can handle Bryce Young.
Dude, the amount of TikTok videos I saw about Cooper DeJean lighting
tackle.
Derrick Henry. It's a lot. People are hype about that.
People are very happy about Cooper DeJean, man. Anyway, we got Browns going to the Steelers.
Who did the scheduling? Who was like, play each other? All right, now take a week off. Now play each other again. Like,
for real, that happens a lot.
Why do
these guys just played against each other.
I
do think the Steelers. Because hold on, did the Browns win this last one and fuck up all of our picks?
The Browns just nibbled them out, but it was like weird as in a snowstorm. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Steelers are going to figure this out. They're not going to lose twice to the
I don't
Browns.
think
It
they
seems,
can. There's no way they get swept by the
even
Browns.
though
Like,
Jameis needs a win, and this would be a Jameis win time to win. After everyone's like, "Oh my God, bro, this is why we can't do this with you," and he's like, "But wait, there's more to the roller coaster."
so apparently, soon, here's the theory. What we need to do is we clone Jameis Winston, and he just plays quarterback for all 32 teams. And
Okay.
then it's just the most entertaining football you'll ever see because you don't know what's gonna happen. And then it's just like, oh, did you see what the Raiders fucking Jameis Winston said to the Packers Jameis Winston? It's like, no, what'd he say? They'll start fracturing, and instead of it being they're eating W's, they'll start eating R's and B's. It's gonna get wild, Steven.
I'm here for it, but I don't think he can beat the Steelers again. I'm
No,
gonna take the Steelers on this
I
one.
really, I hope not.
I hope not too.
I'm going
Craziness.
Steelers on this one.
Yep, I'm going Bucks for the next one, Corey. Obvious reasons. We're on the rally train right now. We don't have time to lose to the teams like the Raiders.
Yep.
We're on the up and up. It's all going to be great. We're just going to totally dominate Aiden O'Connell. He's going to have a horrible game. We're going to run all over these people. Bucky Irving, Rashad White going to go off. It's going to be great. It's going to be really exciting. Are you
That
excited?
running back tandem is dangerous. I'm excited, dude. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. We're going to take the number one of the division after Atlanta loses. It's all very exciting stuff, really.
Yeah. This all
Yeah.
makes sense to me. I sign off.
I don't have much else to say. The Bucks are going to take this.
Just
Baby.
gonna bully the shit out of him. It's not gonna be a hard game.
Oh, here's a nice little 50-50 for us to go into. So we got the AFC West is doing some AFC West stuff. They're playing each other. They're still in the hunt of the playoffs. All this. Arizona with win could get right back into this. They've been on a bit of a skid, but they did beat them the first time, right? Wasn't the first one in Seattle and the Cardinals won in improbable fashion?
I think so. This
I
division
think
just
so.
doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how
No,
they all just exist and they're all so close to 50%. Like,
it's all crazy, dude. None of this division makes any sense at all. But we do have to try to pick this game, and I don't know where to go with this because the
I
Seahawks are hot, the Cardinals are not. But that's kind of where they were. I feel like the first time these two played.
I feel like the Cardinals are very Miami-esque in that they're like flashes of hotness and then flashes of coldness, and then you have the Seattle who are just kind of like the Steelers. They're just gonna lay on you defensively like a wet blanket and just.
I mean, Gino's pretty good, but yeah, I get where you're coming from. They do have a very good defense right now.
And I mean, also like the Steelers are very. They actually score touchdowns now, which is very un-Steeler-esque of them, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's very strange.
I am going Cardinals just because that is where the odds are favored. And I believe in 50-50s do what Vegas says to do.
That's a good philosophy. I'm going Geno Smith though. He needs his win to secure the division. I think he's going to turn it on and get it done. We'll find out. This is going to be a good one,
then, dude. If you believe that firmly, go against against Vegas and make that money.
Make a whole $1.25 back for every dollar I bet.
Exactly.
25 cents profit right there, Corey.
25 cents profits, dude.
All right. Anyway, the Bills are playing against the Rams. The Bills are a powerhouse. Do we really need to talk about this too much? Because the Rams are not.
People.
The Rams are a bummer right now. They're like the rest of that crazy ass division. They're 6-6. That's so not surprising.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just there, dude. They just simply exist. They are the cannon fodder of the league, apparently. Like, dude, look at San Francisco. They're also like at 50%. What the fuck are you guys doing? You simply exist.
What goes on in the NFC West? Like, what is happening?
Mid division ever.
That's crazy. They're all listed out right here. San Francisco's at the bottom of their division. That's so great. After the Super Bowl. Super Bowl hangover's real, Corey. Super Bowl hangover's real. But yeah, I think the Bills got this. Matthew Stafford might not be enough, man. Puka Nakua's there. Honestly, this Rams team is good. They got their guys back right now. They won last week, right? Yeah, I think they won last week. They're good, but it's just I don't think it's gonna be enough against a pretty fucking scary Buffalo team.
Yeah, no, they're a solid team. I would wager maybe the team I like most out of this division, but I still think the Bills are just they're doing stuff. Josh Allen's throwing touchdown passes to himself. Like you can't stop that.
Yeah, dude, playing some serious rugby out there. Good for him.
Yeah, he's doing stuff, man, in the snow no less.
Whatever it takes. So the very bleeding and suffering San Francisco 49ers, who just lost Christian McCaffrey, now have to host Chicago Bears with their new coach, new interim head coach curse. You know that they usually get a win right off the bat. It's been, I've been thinking about 50-50 this year with that. But either way, they are banged up, Corey. They're real banged up, and they don't have Christian McCaffrey anymore. And I think the other guy, Jordan Madison's also out.
He's also on IR. I am taking Bears on this just because, like you said, new coach. I think they
But they do have
are.
to go to San Francisco, so keep that in mind as well. That is
I
quite a
mean,
trip.
it's not like they're coming to the cold. They're going to nice warm weather. Like
Yeah.
they also all their recent losses haven't been like egregious blowouts. It's been like a missed kick, a dropped pass, like these really close one score games that yeah, some of it was bad clock management and stuff, but they got rid of the coach that was fucking them over. I think if you lose that many close games where San Francisco is just doing bad and getting worse because they're losing players, I think the Bears are better than their 4-8 record. So I'm going Bears.
Good sales pitch. I'm sold. Let's fucking do it.
Let's
Caleb
go against the
Williams,
crowd.
lead us to glory, Caleb. Lead us to glory. That's our upset pick of the week, baby. Let's fucking go, Bears. All right, anyway. The Chargers are going to travel over to Kansas City and see if they could beat this team that nobody else could beat. Well, at least they all get really close to beating, but then, they just don't. So, yeah, they'd be the ones to do it, in addition to Buffalo, and join the very exclusive club of teams who have beaten the Chiefs.
What I love about this is like how everybody is so convinced the Chiefs are going to win this game. And to be fair, I feel the same way. I think the Chiefs are going to win this game. But the Chiefs keep nibbling out wins, right?
Right.
And people are like, yeah, they're going to the Super Bowl. But then you look at the Vikings also nibbling out wins, and they're like, nah, man, that's a fucking fraud team. Like, they're just barely winning. Like, it's such a different narrative whenever you have 2 Super Bowls under your belt.
Yeah, that is true. Turns out people
And
trust things
that
they have
whole
seen.
you've won before, people like that.
Weird. Really,
Weird.
really weird. As far as this game goes, though, John Harbaugh did just win last week. Jim Harbaugh, and they are a good team, dude.
They're a
But
good
and
team.
they, they maybe they should have had a better chance against Baltimore. It's hard to say. This is a tough one. It is a division rivalry. They are headed there. It is the Sunday night game, so Justin Herbert on prime time. I don't know. I'm tempted to go to the Chargers here and just wing it. Go two upsets in a row.
I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's kind of like a Black Magic situation. Like I think the Chargers are like a good, not elite team. Like I feel like there's elite teams, there's good teams, there's like they'll beat bad teams, and there's bad teams. I
Yeah.
think um I think the Chiefs are probably still an elite team, and I think the Chargers are a good team. It is a division rivalry, so that shit's weird. I don't know. Division rivalries are weird. What are you gonna do with it?
Fuck it, I'm going Chargers. Let's do it, baby.
Do it,
Upset
man.
alert. Let's fucking do it. I gotta be. We gotta make some upset picks if we're gonna catch up to Dan. So here we go.
Get after the dream. I'm here for it.
All right, Cowboys hosting Cincinnati. Not the best people you want to be hosting right now. They're a frisky 4-8 team. They will score so many points, and that
And they will
Cowboys
score
secondary
so
is.
many points against our terrible team.
It's
Our terrible defense, I should say. Well, it's gotten better. There's improvements,
definitely been better, but can Cooper Rush keep up with the 5 touchdowns that Joe Burrow is going to score? I have
Like
my doubts.
there's many holes all over the place, right? Like there's tons of holes, there's tons of water pouring in, but we're plugging a few of the holes. And you know,
Yeah,
I believe in the heart of the cards still.
as you should.
I am gonna go Cowboys. I think we turn around the season. We already have 2 in a row. Why not make it 3 in a row? I think Joe Burrow, doesn't matter how good he is, his team around him is going to continue to implode. I think this is going to be the game where Cooper Rush just gets out there and does stuff, and people are going to be like, oh my God, is Cooper Rush a guy? Should he be getting paid to go play somewhere else? Absolutely not. He's definitely a backup. But I think the Bengals defense is bad enough that people will question that. Also,
all the good sales pitch, but dude, the Cincinnati just needs to win, and they should have won by now. I think that they need a good get right game. I think the Cowboys might be it. I'm going Cincinnati here.
that is fair. That is the right decision, but it's not the
Yeah.
fun decision.
True. Agreed there. No doubt about that.
I think also I want to point out 2 weeks ago, whenever we were playing the Commanders, and I was like, I think the only way we win this is on special teams. And I called out that Turpin was going to get a touchdown, and fucking Turpin got a touchdown with his crazy spin cycle.
That was pretty dope. That was sick.
So
that was pretty cool.
I'm trying to invoke that same voodoo magic, and that we're just going to infuse Cooper Rush.
A huge game.
Just having a huge game, career game for Cooper Rush, and then he's going to get signed by like the Raiders or some shit, you know?
Yes.
The Raiders going to be like, that guy, dude. We want him next year. He's our starter.
For sure. Get him in there. All right, Corey. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the Cincinnati on this one. It's a toss-up, honestly. A lot of these toss-ups. We won a lot of upsets already, so I couldn't go a third upset in a row.
That's fair. I picked 2 upsets. You picked 2 upsets. It seems fair.
Yeah. We'll see how this all pans out. Anyway, Sports.com fans, make sure you're liking and subscribing our content so that you may get it into your algorithm and therefore watch our videos. And if you don't want to watch our videos and just listen to them, we will not take offense. You can do other things, such as, Corey, we want to listen to things that you can do while you're listening to a podcast?
Always.
No, I'll tell you.
List of things. You can run, you can work, you can drive, you can play video games, you can clean your apartment, you can take a shower, you can listen to our silky smooth voices while you're washing your nether region. What you want.
Could be you.
Could be you.
Could be you.
You know?
Anyway, make sure you're liking and subscribing so you can listen to our podcast while you do these many different endeavors. Get after your housework while listening to Sports by Copyed. And also, we're out of here.